much in this video, I'm just gonna stick to pretty much continuing to this pretty much gonna be centered around the disc brake conversion and then the rear axles. So that's pretty much, so I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to start test fitting those axles. Alright, so I got the axles in the car, so everything fitting good. So now what I'm about to do is check what we refer to as the axle end play. So basically, that's basically the movement, the in and out movement. So that's like the in and out movement of this axle. So I'm about to put the C-clips in there, and then I'm gonna take that measurement and see what I got. All right, so to measure that, I got my dial indicator here, which I haven't used this thing in a long time. So this is pretty much what I used to when I was rebuilding the engine, the rear end. I used it a few times for some engine stuff and stuff like that, but it's been at least 2 or 3 years before I used this kit right here. So I got that, and then I can also use this right here, and I can kind of take a few measurements and then subtract the difference. But basically, when I was filling out that sheet, for the axles, not the axles, but the disc brake conversion. So had to measure the axle housing and all that. One thing they asked for is the axle end play. They call it the axle offset, but then the axle end play. So basically, you take your all the way in position and all the way out position, and you subtract those two numbers. So I did that using this dial caliper, but I found out I had about 32 thousandths. I had 32 thousandths of an inch on one side and 33 on the other side. So they want you to have less. They want you to have 20 thousandths or less of like axle end play. So to fix that, I got some thicker C-clips. So I ordered these from TCE Performance products. So they're like one of the only companies out there that I believe that have different thickness C-clips. But they actually make big brake kits for this car, and with wood stuff. So they didn't have anything with the parking brake. I wanted something with the parking brake, and but they got a 13-inch. They got a 13-inch rotor kit. They got 13, 15, and I think 16-inch. I think they got 13 and 15 for the back, but then you can get 13, 15, and 16 on the front. So if you want a big brake kit for your vehicle, you wanna check them out right there. But so these right here are about 15 thousandths of an inch thicker. So these are the 0.165, and these are the 0.15 here. So this right here is the factory shim. It's 0.1. It's registering 0.149 with this right here. And then I'm gonna take and I'm gonna measure this one here and this one here. This one right here is coming up as 0.166. So that one may have been machined a little thicker. So I'm gonna put that one on the side with the most clearance, and this one's coming up as so actually they're both coming up as around 1.66. But they're supposed to be like 165, but sometimes, you know, it may be a 16th off, or maybe I just need to recalibrate this right here. But so I'm gonna put these thicker shims in there and see how that feels, and then I got to put the pin in the diff, the axle retainer. So I'm gonna do that and see what that feels like. And if that feels good, I can kind of pretty much tell by hand, but I am gonna try to measure it out with this just to make sure it's under 20 thousandths. So you do have room on the end of your axles to go. I don't think you could probably go a little thicker than this here, but I say maybe 1.7. So basically, yeah, I found that TCE sells different C-clips because I was just out there doing some research, and the rear disc brake conversion kit that they have with the 13-inch rotors, this is one way to get the end play with the spec. So, all right, so I got those new C-clips in the diff, and I got the pin in there. All right, so basically now I'm just kind of filling this by hand before I put my tool on there, my measurement tool, but I can tell already that this is a whole lot better. So this is a whole lot better axle end play than what I had before. All right, so I've been checking the axle end play here. So both sides are within the desired range. So I want to say over here I got about 13 thousandths over on this side, and the other side I got around, like, I want to say 9 to 11. This is the best I can kind of get this jig up here, because this backing right here is aluminum, so it won't, the magnetic base won't go to that. The parking brakes have a little bit of metal in them, so I was able to kind of stick this up here. But I can kind of tell after I put them new C-clips in there, those thicker ones, that it kind of feel a lot better. So yeah, so that is a lot better so than it was. All right, so what I'm gonna do next, since I got this tool out, is I'm gonna check the backlash of the rear gear. So the reason I'm doing that, I mentioned that I wanna, while I'm back here, I got a pinion seal leak from that from the front, from the yoke. So I got a pinion seal leak, and I want to take care of that while I'm in here. So I think the easiest way to do it, you can do it by breaking loose the nut and marking it. Well, mark it before you break it loose, and then try to put it back exactly where you can, so you don't have to worry about crushing the collar anymore. But since I'm already back here, I figure that I'm gonna do it the right way and just pull the carrier out. Basically put everything, like the shims and everything, keep everything. Not gonna mess with anything. Basically the shims on this side, I'm keep them over here, and these are on this side. I'm just gonna take it and probably put it, if not in this pan, in another pan. So I'm just gonna take the rear diff, set it in there, blast off the yoke with the impact, and then I got new crush collars and stuff like that. So, but while I'm back here with this tool, I'm gonna go ahead and check my backlash real quick. So basically that's the back and forth movement, like up and down, like if you're just kind of rocking this between the diff and the pinion. So, well, the ring gear and the pinion gear. So I'll make sure I say that right. So I'm gonna go ahead and check that real quick, and I'm gonna write that measurement down. So it needs to be within the certain spec. So I'm gonna notate whatever that is. So I'm gonna go ahead and measure it real quick and see what I got. All right, so I got this tool set up here, and so looks like I got about 5 to 6 thousandths. So the spec is between 6 and 10, so it's within spec. All right, so pretty much I wanted to check that backlash while I had the tool out, because I already had it out checking the axle end play and all that stuff. So this right here, this is my new pinion seal. And I got a retaining pin, so when I'm done with everything, like all the mocking up, test fitting and everything, I'm gonna put this pin in it. So I'm using the old pin for right now. And then this right here is a new crush collar. So I got another one of these just in case I messed this one up. But I got that. And I've also been kind of just jotting down my measurements and stuff like that, so I can kind of keep up with everything. So next up, I'm gonna test fit the rotors, and then after that, I'm gonna have to take a little bit of a break from the car, go around some errands and stuff like that. But so far everything going smooth. Like everything lining up. Everything's fitting like it should and stuff like that. So I'm finna test fit the rotors. I'm gonna see how they fit. So see how they fit on there. All right, so here's my Woodwood box of goodies here. So I'm gonna pull the rotors out of here. I'm gonna test fit them. I'm gonna test fit those, and then if I have a little bit of time, I'll go ahead and talk about some of the other parts I got for this conversion. All right, so next up, I'm about to test fit these rotors. So these are directional. There is a left and a right side, so you want to pay attention to which side goes rear. So this one right here has an R on the end, and then this one right here has an L on the end, where it says XXXL. So open these up. So this right here is the left side. So I'm gonna go ahead and test fit the rotors. I've already test fitted them on the axle when I was unboxing the kit, so I know they work, but I just need to see how they actually fit on the car, since the bracket and everything is on there, and you know, you got the parking brake housing and stuff in there too. So just got to make sure that everything's fitting good. All right, so this right here is the left rotor. On the box, it has the part number and it has an indication of where it goes. But on the rotor itself, it doesn't, but it does have this arrow. So the arrow, I would assume by this being the left one, means it points towards the front. So I'm gonna go ahead and stick this on there and see what it look like. All right, so progress is being made. So rotors go on there, they fit nice and good. I can turn them nice and smooth and everything like that. It's take a little bit of effort because of that, because of the ring and pinion that's in there. But so everything fitting good. So next up is to just test fit the caliper and to check the spacing on that, and it'll be good to go. But I'm gonna be wrapping this video up shortly because I got some other things to take care of. But I'm gonna go ahead and talk about some of the other stuff that I got, because when you're doing a disc brake conversion, especially in the rear on a car that had drum brakes, you gotta change a few more things, and you need a few more parts than just the disc brake kit itself. So alright guys, so I want to thank you for checking out Cool Fred's Garage. So I'm about to get ready to wrap this video up, but before I wrap it up, I'm gonna talk a little bit about some more parts, tools, and things like that you're gonna need when you're doing your rear disc brake conversion. All right, so this right here is just some other stuff, like, you know, pretty much common stuff that you're gonna need if you're doing any brake work on a classic or older car. But if you're doing a rear disc brake conversion, this is some of the stuff that you're probably gonna have to have. So I got this 14-inch steel braided brake line kit. So this is a flexible line. Actually, the brake line that's on the car is kind of where it's at. It is in close proximity to where, like, I could reuse it. I could just reroute it. It probably would connect to this line right here, but I decided that I'm gonna run new brake line anyway. I've already replaced the flexible line back there when I did the rear springs and stuff like that I did. I think that was back in 2018. So I replaced the springs, the spring pads, and just basically, I think I talked about that in one of my other videos. Just basically, I went through and did the drum brakes and all that just to make sure everything was good before I put the wheels on the car. But I decided that I'm gonna run all new brake line. So in the back, it's just a short section, so I'm pretty much gonna use most of that to kind of match up and then kind of figure out where I want it to. But I want it to be kind of nice and neat. So this brake line kit, this came from Inline Tube. That's a 1/4 inch right here, and I got 3/16 right here. So Inline Tube. This is sold by I think a store on eBay called Motor City. So as you can see, it's got all your fittings, got the spring stuff. That's like the rock guard, just like if rocks and stuff pop up and debris, it won't like dent or hurt the line. So I got rock guard for this line too. Got a variety of fittings that'll fit. They give you like multiple fittings to fit stuff. So I got that, and this right here. So pretty much my plan was this right here. I'm gonna end up welding this to the rear end axle, and basically it's gonna be a short piece of brake line tube that's kind of gonna route, you know, similar to how the factory one is routing, except for about, you know, mid, like towards the end of the tube. Get these mounted on there, and then this brake line kit actually has a few fittings and stuff in there. So, and it got some clips, so you can kind of make it look nice and neat. So got that. Got a parking brake cable kit. So I mean, I think it's important to have parking brakes. You know, just in case, you know, an emergency or something happen. You know, like, you know, you lose fluid or for any reason. I mean, let's say if you need let's say something happens to the drive shaft, or you need to park the car or anything, you know, it's good to have. The parking brakes were working in there, even with the drum set up. So, so parking brake cable kit, and I got this flaring tool that I'm gonna try out. So, this is like it's kind of portable and on the car. It does both 3/16 and 1/4 inch brake line, and then I have another tool up here for cutting the brake line. I had it somewhere around here. It's basically just a little tube cutter that I had, but it's around here somewhere. And last but not least, you need proportion guides. So a lot of these extra parts and stuff for this stuff here, this all came. I ordered the brake line kit and the parking brake cables at the same time. I got the rear disc brake conversion kit. So all that stuff came from Quick Performance. So far everything is going smooth and matching up. The only thing that I got to do next is just kind of test fit the calipers and see how much spacing and whatever they got to have, and then I can kind of figure out where my brake lines and stuff like that gonna go. But this right here, the proportion valve. So if you're doing a rear disc brake conversion, you got to have one of these because the pressure. Basically, disc brakes require a little bit more PSI, a little bit more pressure to stop. So drum brakes, I think it's somewhere between 200 to 300 PSI, and I think disc brakes need about 500. So this right here is basically, you know, separates I guess it's kind of like a distribution valve. So because you got your front brakes and your back brakes, and I guess it kind of makes sure you got almost even pressure and all that good stuff. So, but it's gonna put it's gonna put more pressure to the back. So we got the proper pressure for those brake calipers, and that's pretty much about it. So that's gonna be it for right now. I mean, it may be a chance I come back out here later and do some more work, but that's gonna be another video. I'm not sure exactly what I'm gonna do next, but it's gonna either be a combination of replacing that rear pinion seal or either continuing on to just test fit the rest of the disc and the caliper. So I just got to figure out which direction I want to go next. But I need to replace the pinion seal, and then later on, once I get kind of all that stuff knocked out, I'll be let's see, the upper control arm bushings, and then the control arm. So got a few more things. Made some pretty good progress today, by the way. I want to say the hardest part was those brackets, especially on the driver's side, trying to get that thing to try to get the hole trimmed out. so I can actually get it to fit on here flush. But so everything's working out and fitting good. Also got some more goodies too that I'm gonna talk about later. But just trying to do one thing at a time, make sure everything's flowing good, and then so pretty much all the test fitting is done except for the caliper. So I gotta put those calipers on and test fit those. And I'm just gonna keep moving along with it until it's finished. So pretty much all the hard stuff is out of the way. So all right, so thank you guys for checking out Cool Fred's Garage. And again, like the video, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. And I'll be continuing with some more videos following up on me doing the rest of the stuff to get this thing complete. So it should turn out pretty nice once it's all complete and done.